Hiya, welcome back. Today I'm going to try and find out why this is seized, this part here, and check to see what condition all these other bearings are in. To do that, I'm going to have to remove these swinging arms down here. So these swing are connected to the bearings up here. These will need to come off so I can remove these bars off the actual bearings here. Yeah, so these swinging arms powered from this crank here. This crank would turn, spin around, and there'll be a drive from here to here, which would cause these to actually pivot like this. So those would pivot and lift these arms up and down to move these griffs up and down. As we get further into the machine, I'll explain more on this. So the first port of call at the moment will be to actually remove the split pins on these two parts here, remove the nuts on these, and remove this whole assembly all as one. So I'll start doing that now. Okay, first thing to do is get some gloves on. Now gloves are on. Let's try it. These nuts are locked in with tabs, so hopefully I should be able to prise these off. Which I'm going to need a thinner screwdriver for that. Let's go and get one. Yep, thinner screwdriver. Should be able to prise those up. And also the same on all the others. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, these ones have had some abuse, these two. Now those are all back, I should be able to undo them. I need to be able to, I have to get a bar to lock this in while I undo the nuts. I'll see how tight they are first. Let's see how we go. Right, Try the first one. Oh, that's tight. No, that's not going to go. I need to jam it. So I'll find a place. So I'll wedge this bar in. So it's not going to damage the machine. Right, got one. So I don't know if you can see where, hopefully, that I turned it into a two-handed job. It's going to be awkward. Right. Oh, no, that's not going to go. It's going to need some persuasion. There we go. One down. Try this one. Two down. Three. Ooh, four. Cool. Excellent. Okay. All right. Let's remove the nuts. Get the tabs off. Yeah, those are nice and free. And the same for this side. These probably haven't been moved in 30 years. Let's see how it. Come on. Okay. Cool, excellent. So then that means that these two pieces are now removable from the lower bearings. Next part, we're going to take out these circlips, which is always usually problematic. And surprisingly, that just works. Usually they're yeah, double slot on these shafts. There we go, didn't snap it. Always a good start. Space up. And keep these in order, so go back on in the same way. And in theory, that should just slide off. Yep. Do the second one. slide it off into the second slot, hopefully. Hopefully these should now slide out. I'm going to give these a clean. Inside here are roller bearings, so I prefer not to damage those. I'm going to set just it off. Yeah, there we go. Some paraffin to get off any grimy oil. It's just a washing up thing. Excellent. So we can slide these out. Yeah, the one up here, which is seized, is causing problems. A bit of gentle persuasion, hopefully. There we go. I'll take these plates off. These plates are pinned. You adjust them. You have like pins in here, and have different settings for different heights of lift. Take these off, put them in order. Something to put this on. How to make it difficult, put the camera in the way. There we go. Right. Excellent. So this is the part. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there. But in here, two sets of roller bearings. This is just no bearings in there. It's just steel on cast iron. Same with this side as well. Another set of roller bearings. Probably give this a clean up. I will be putting this back together so I don't get anything muddled up. So these are, on a previous video we made these bits because they were cracked. Just not sure if you can be able to see. A crack down here. Same with this one. But after taking the first one apart, I think these will be adequately strong. So they're minor cracks. I'm pretty sure that this cracking has occurred due to these becoming seized. It's obviously putting stress down the bar into here, causing them to crack. Cool. Okay, well, I'm going to remove the bar from here. This is the main seized one, so I'm going to inspect this one first. So undo the nut. Do get a small amount of movement out of it, but I'll have to see what state the actual pin is in. See if I have to make some more. Move it with the circlip pliers again. Oh, don't like these things, always snap. Oh, so close. That's what I need to. Yeah, like 2 pairs of hands. Bit of tap back, see if. See if that helps. Basically, this side is being wedged in by this washer or spacer. I'll try again. Oh, there we go. Luckily, that's I saw where that landed. It's about 7 meters away. Got it. Okay. Pretty manky. I'm hoping that it's just congealed oil that's stopping this from moving. It has been sat here for about 15 years, I think. A very long time. I'll try and clean up some of the congealed oil off the end of this and see if we can tap it out. Problem is there's nothing to, no space to actually tap it out unless I lever it out. Let me try. See if I can get this behind the camera tripod. Yeah. I would leave it out from above, but the stairs are in the way. Yeah, over the years, while this was here, I did always oil these oil holes, even though I wasn't doing anything, just in hope when we do get to use this machine again, it wasn't like this, but obviously it didn't work. I'm going to remove this top one up here. Just try and give me some space. No, I'm not. Maybe I'll just take it off. Just taking the easy ones off first. Give it a push back. Get this circlip out. And hopefully this one won't go flying. Oh. Excellent. That came out without a problem. Let's check this one. Yeah, that's pretty grimy. I need to clean up at a later date. Let's see what the surface is like on this pin. Cool. Well, quick inspection on the pin. Yeah, slight galling on there. Might run with that. Rest of it is looking pretty good. I'll put that back together in a minute. Cool, well now I've removed that bar, might be able to get a bit of purchase on it. Cool. Quite a stiff one, isn't he? Right, let's find a short bar. Right, let's see if we can attack it from the back with the bar. damaging it. Yeah, definitely squidging out some goo anyway, so hopefully that will free it up a bit more. Yeah, these are oil-like bearings, so that, as far as I know, the last ones were oil-like. So basically, the oil has to soak through the bronze to actually penetrate this, which could take quite some time. Some of them, I think these have been replaced at some point. Well, the bearings have, the bushings, and I think rather than just fixing the actual stud, they just put new bearings in, new bronze bushings, which obviously worked for a bit. It probably still would work, but not for very long. Enough leverage here. Not really much space to do this. Definitely goo coming out of it, so that's a good sign. Looks like the oil has actually soaked out of the top. Let me get me something to clean that hole out. I think this one might be the ones with the bushings either side and a hole through the middle. I think this one might not be an oil-like bearing. Yeah, an oil, well, the ones that don't have the oil hole that go all the way through to the shaft basically have used like the porous bronze to soak through, so it holds the oil in the bronze. So then it's constantly lubricated. Whereas the ones that aren't porous basically rely on constantly feeding oil pretty much every day, well, every time you use the machine, to keep it lubricated, and it will eventually come out quite quickly. So it's an ongoing oiling, whereas bronze bushings store the oil in the bronze, in the pores in the bronze, if I can speak. Basically digging out the rubbish in here, hopefully allow for digging the rubbish out of here so that I can put some paraffin in it. I think it's paraffin. Yeah, paraffin. Hopefully that will loosen the goo, which, hopefully I'll be able to get it off. movement. There's a bit of footwork. Tap that back on. Okay, definitely a whole lot looser now. You see, I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but there's like actually hard, congealed lumps coming out of it, which is hopefully going to be a good sign. The actual stud has been protected. All the oiling I've been giving it while it's been sat here under the stairs. Oh. Slowly moving. Put that back on. Freeing up. Yeah, it's definitely not feeling healthy. It feels like there's definitely feels like it's damaged. Yay! Yep, that is bone dry in there. I'll give that a quick clean up and have a look. Ooh, that doesn't feel healthy at all. Yeah, that's marred right up that. So it looks like I'm going to be making another one of them. Well, still got quite a few to make. Yeah. That was the main one I wanted to look at. Just wipe my hands and pick up the camera and get you a closer look. It's a bit dark under here, but this one here is pretty chewed up, so I'm going to have to remake this one as well, and the corresponding bushings in this part, which will also need to be redone. I've already done a video on this, might do another one, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's feeling very scored in there. Yeah, see this one has got a hole all the way through, so this will be 2 rings of just phosphor bonds, I would have thought. And then that oil hole would keep it lubricated with a ring gap all the way around to hold the oil. And you can see, I'm sure you can see in there, there'll be like a ring, an oil groove that the oil can sit in between the 2 bushings. Yeah, so that's going to need remaking. clean up, put it back in the same place so I know where it came from and I know which one to fix. As I don't really get time to do work on this machine, even though I'm supposed to have it running by January. Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do on this. This is only the top half as well. So I have another half, which would be the bottom half of the machine, that is also probably in the same state as this, which is going to need, yeah, a complete overhaul. I'll pop that back on. Put the ring back on and put the circlip back in there. Clean the groove out. It's full of smooth. Put that back on for safe storage. Get the circlip back in. Basically I'm putting it back on because I might not be coming back to the machine for another few months again. So I'd prefer it to be in, just to be able to look at it and know where the parts have come from. So I know that's for that, rather than it being in a box full of bits I don't know where they've come from. Right, we'll have a look at the other bearing. I'm going to have a coffee and have a look at the other bearings in a minute. I'll bring you back. A cup of tea. Excellent. Right, this is the one part I made earlier. There's a video on it previously. It's to replace the cracked ones of these. We've just taken off the machine. I'll probably end up rounding the corners off at a later date. That'll be something for a rotary table in my mill. Make a small video on that. See how we get on. And I'm going to probably have a quick look at the bearings inside these as well while I'm here, while it's off. Double check to see what state those are in, to see if I need to order any bronze. Yet to get these off. I'll probably start that in a minute. I've had a quick look at these. These are the bearings at this thing here sits in with the roller bearings inside here. So there's two of these. Both of these look pretty good. Can't see any problems with them, so I'm not going to touch them. Well, that's the last thing I want to do is mess with those. And I'll be set the camera up and well, I'll finish my coffee first and then set the camera up and then have a look at these two here. Right, I've got these two off. The lighting's pretty bad in here, so this one's got some very mild scoring on. I'm undecided whether I should replace that one or not. The top one seems to be completely fine. I've popped this one back on. Removed the centre part from here. I'll have a quick look at that. So this is the bearing that came out of that. Got some marks on it, but it's It feels smooth. I think this will be fine. No rust or pitting or anything like that. Just staining from what I can tell. Not yet opened this one. Do that now. That one there is looking pretty good. Let's see. Yeah. Can't see any problems with that. That looks nice and clean. The bore is pretty good in that as well. I'd like to see. I'm going to have to look at the video to see which way around that went in. The advantage of recording everything you do. This one. Yeah, that one looks good. Pretty dirty, but I think that should be fine. No play in it. This one, no play in that. And that is looking pretty shiny. No scores or dings. Nicely oiled. I'll do a bit of a clean up, which I'm not going to do today. Whoa. Okay, the flat side. The flat side is the side that the bearing goes in. So just there, look. Don't have to watch the video again. I'm gonna whack these back in, give them the oil, and put them back on the machine. And see how we do from there. So, bit of a game plan so far. So, this one here is going to need remaking, and bearings in there. This one was pretty good. This one's fine. I'll leave that one. This one, I'm not too sure. I'll probably remake that. I'll probably get it out and measure it and see how much it has actually sunk. See how much it has worn. It's also worn on the bottom here as well. You can feel. I could just run a precision ground stone over it and just take off any of the high points, and that might suffice. They don't actually move very much, these bearings. They're literally only a few degrees, like this. Just as the angle changes in the bar as they move up and down. It is literally just this. That's probably more than they actually move. Now, lube everything up just to make sure it doesn't rust. Cool. Okay, everything back together, loosely put on just so I don't get the bits muddled up or lose them. Not even put these on properly. And just everything's finger tight. Just ready for next time I have to take it apart. So far, I think I'm going to remake this. This one definitely needs remaking. These two are good. I still have to make some more for the other side. This is the previous one. Still have to do this one. This one's good, and this one's good. So I only have to make one more. And then this side can go be done. Yeah, so the next time I take it apart, I'll probably take these off, clean them, and clean all the gunk off. It's still very grimy. And then hopefully once I've done these pins, once these pins are done, and the bushings made for them, I can start diving into actually cleaning the inside, which is going to be a daunting task. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.